One of the problems, says Constable Katz, is people who buy new snow machines and want to let them go wide open on the trails. He says people in all age groups with varying experience levels are sharing the trails, so each and every one needs to drive responsibly. But more importantly, he says people simply aren't prepared for the unknown. Warrant Officer Gaëtan Roberge died on Saturday when an improvised explosive device detonated near him as he and other soldiers were conducting security operations 25 kilometers west of Kandahar City. Roberge's family is now trying to cope with his death at a time when many families are coming together to celebrate the holidays. The teen found guilty in the death of Lindsay Lemieux will return to court on January 9th, when the Crown and defense are expected to discuss appointing a doctor for a psychiatric assessment. Once a doctor has been appointed, sentencing is expected to follow within a couple of months. Mandy Hargrave, northernlife.ca.
First Locals' Mandy Hargrave is standing by. And Mandy, is spring in the air?
Well, Roger, outside no, but here inside the International Centre, spring is certainly in the air. I'm inside the Cypress Landscaping booth with Lisa Wolfgram, who's going to tell us a little bit about some spring gardening tips. It was a scary ride for 4 residents aboard a Sudbury Transit bus earlier this morning when the bus ran over a sidewalk and slammed into a CP train just after 10 a.m.
As a result of the investigation, we're able to determine that the operator of the bus suffered head injuries as a result of the accident, and in addition, one of the passengers on the bus also suffered minor injury. Both have been transported to the hospital for the purposes of having their injuries reviewed and have since been released.
The accident scene was cleaned up within a few hours and reopened to traffic. At this time, police are continuing their investigation and say there were icy road conditions in the area which may have played a role in this collision. Now, currently no charges have been laid, but police would like to remind drivers to reduce their speed when driving under these extremely cold temperatures, as the roads are more slick than usual. Mandy Hargrave, northernlife.ca. Numerous racers from across Canada, the U.S., and even the Czech Republic braved frigid northern Ontario temperatures this past weekend to compete against Warren's own Lou Serre in the Marks Day Warren Challenge the Champ sled dog races. With over 22 medals, Lou has been named the best dog racer in the world by the International Sled Dog Racing Association.
People don't realize how much work there is involved. You know, you see the bushers come here with 20, 30 dogs and they just go. But it takes years of expertise. You need to know, how to feed those dogs properly, how to take good care of them. You need to train almost on a daily basis. I know my brother spends 6 to 8 hours a day, every day of the winter, to take care of his dogs, to feed them, to clean them, and to make sure that they're in good physical shape and they're winners, and that's why he's a world champion.
This sport is a passion, like nature, yourself and the animals, the outdoors, and the sense of competition, and the friendship you have with your animals is a great thing too.
Lou was going about 23.5 miles per hour on the 9.3-mile track with an unofficial time of 28:15. He says he lost about a minute when his dogs went off the trail, and while that's maddening, he says there's still another race. And his optimism paid off. He shaved nearly 20 seconds off his time during the 8-dog race event on Sunday, flying past the competition in that event and in the open race to once again secure his place as the champion. The Challenge the Champ event was a qualifying race for the World Championship, which is being held over the next couple of weekends in Quebec. Mandy Hargrave, northernlife.ca. With residents flocking to area malls looking for that perfect present, the OPP are reminding drivers to protect their purchases by locking their vehicles through its Lock It or Lose It crime prevention program.
Especially at this time of year, we see that it's very common for people to have, if they leave valuables in plain view in their vehicles, a lot of thieves target that, and they'll be losing all their Christmas gifts and merchandise that they've purchased, and most of the time it's not recovered. So what we're doing is we're going in some of the parking lots, shopping mall parking lots, wherever, and we're checking vehicles to see if they're locked.
It appears residents have heard the OPP's message loud and clear, as most shoppers always remember to lock their vehicles.
I always do, because well, you hear so many reports of break-ins, and especially this time of year with all the gifts and everything in the cars.
We do lock our vehicle, make sure we don't lose anything. Lots of people snooping around, and it's just safer.
Oh, I lock it all the time. There's too many people just wandering around for free Christmas shopping.
The Insurance Bureau of Canada says auto theft costs Canadians more than $1 billion annually. Stolen vehicles are often used to commit another crime, chopped for parts, or exported to foreign countries. Police and the IBC are reminding you to lock it before you lose it. Mandy Hargrave for northernlife.ca.